Welcome back to the live stream, guys. My name is Bruce Wang. In today's video, we're going to be going over my top 3 stocks. On top of that, we'll be going over some current topic events such as the this is pretty stupid, but it's the container ship that got stuck in Suez and set free. We got that one going on. And another one is the hedge fund Archegos. And these guys are hedge funds that basically they made a bad investment. They were over leveraged, and this might be one of the reasons why the markets are as volatile as they are now. So welcome everybody, welcome back to the live stream. We're gonna go over a quick portfolio update before we do any of that. So let's jump right into it. Jump right into it. Let's start with Webull. So we're going to do a screen share. Hopefully everything is looking good. This is my portfolio on Webull, sitting at $21,000. It has been performing. Can you guys see that now? All right, that's better. Here we go. Performance has been so-so over the last few weeks, but these are my positions here. I'm down pretty big on XONE. Everything else, I'm pretty much green. You know, whenever I see I'm down, 10, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, I don't really see that as a loss. Even though I'm down like $46, it's not a lot lost there. All right, so let's jump into the Robinhood portfolio. This is my biggest portfolio so far, sitting at $143,000. On margin, I am using a little bit of margin here. You guys can see I'm $19,000 in margin, slowly chopping away at that. Today, Tesla dropped down to $600, guys, 600 bucks. Here's my position so far. I'm up a lot on Alibaba. On the day, up 700, down 700 on Gap. ExxonMobil down 185. We can do by percentages. Just do by last price. Tesla was all the way down to 600. I did not make any purchases in Tesla this week. I was going to wait for it to drop at least 5% before I continue to buy back. So every single time it drops 5% or so, I would start to make an investment there. And I would either buy like 1, 2, or 3 shares. I'm going to get this to 100 shares eventually, but there is no telling which way this is going. Look at this in the last month. What kind of chart is this? On the high end, it was at $710. I'm pretty sure I didn't buy any at $700. When it went sub 700, that's when I started to invest. It went as low as 762, 763. So one of my uncles actually bought in. He's like 75 years old, and he bought into Tesla at 580. So he has a shorter time on his he's already retired. I don't even know why he's investing in the stock market, but he still wants to get in on the Tesla action. He bought at 580. That was a perfect time to get in. That's almost $100 difference on mine. I have his average cost of $650. So real quick, let's get into it. Let's go over some of my top stocks that I think will be doing well, and I'll be investing myself in relatively soon. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the overlay so everybody can see what I'll be talking about here. Give me a second, guys. Quick update. So these are going to be my top three stocks here: Lemonade, Airbnb, and Facebook. So we got a super chat. Give me a second. I'm going to pop that super chat up real quick. And I also saw some comments about the Discord, which I can go over really soon as well. Let me put the super chat up. Appreciate the super chat from Saul. A lot of people are saying to get into GLPG since it is at its lowest and it's been in a while. Would you personally get into it? I do not know what GLPG is, so I will not be investing in something I don't know and I've never heard of before, but definitely something I could take a look at it. GLBG, hopefully GLPG. Galapagos. I think the Galapagos is where Darwin discovered. He discovered evolution, right? The theory of evolution. So real quick, what is Galapagos? It is within the healthcare sector. I'm assuming they create. Honestly, if you guys really want to just buy something and be invested in the healthcare sector, I would just buy Pfizer or what's the other one? Johnson and Johnson. Those are the two that I invest in, and they're so diverse within their company. They cover everything, right? Pfizer has the vaccine. Johnson and Johnson, I think they do have the vaccine as well. They have the one-shot vaccine, but it's not as efficient, or it's not as accurate. This personally, I still don't understand what they're doing. We are Galapagos. Galapagos is a clinical stage biotechnology company specialized in discovery and development of small molecule medicines with novel modes action. Our ambition is to become the leading focus on discovery. I have no idea what this is, man. And it is down a lot. All-time high at 70. I have to honestly look into this more. There's really financials, they're doing pretty bad on the year, down 35%. Personally, I would not invest in this just because I don't understand what it is, and already I'm well invested into the the health sector already. Lastly, quick update on my BlockFi account. BlockFi portfolio is sitting at $60,000. Accrued interest is sitting at $69, guys. So this is starting to add up. This is really starting to add up 1 week in. And I'm basically seeing about $10 a day. I'm going to start to buy another coin here, which I will give you guys an update. It's called USD coin, USDC. So this is something that I'll be investing in. I mean, if you guys want to deposit some in mine, you can deposit it there. USDC coin has an interest rate of 8.6. So that's a pretty good interest rate. A lot of my dividend stocks that I own don't have a 8.6. So links are going to be there if you guys want to try a cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency interest account. But let's address the room really quickly and show you guys some of my top 3 stocks. So we've already went over portfolio. We've already went over some of the news I'll cover later. Let's talk about the top 3 stocks in my that I'll be investing in over time. I'm not saying that I'll be buying it right now. These are the top stocks in my watch list that I think will be doing well. A lot of them have, especially Lemonade, and Lemonade has fallen back into what I think it's a affordable price range than it was before. So the last question that I want to address is the Discord. Quick change to the Discord. So I've made this Discord members only. You guys can, still come in and check it out. Come check out some of the chat rooms, but you guys are not going to be able to, talk within the chat room. You have to become a member, and I've been getting a lot of trolls coming in, so this just makes things a lot easier. And that's there. I recommend to start next month. Start on April 1st. Don't buy into the membership now because they'll charge you twice. They'll charge you for this month and next month. So if you guys are interested in that. But other than that, we have 270 people in here. Drop a like if you guys haven't. The top 3 stocks are going to be Lemonade, Airbnb, and Facebook. And I can go over each one on Robinhood. So, some of my top stocks from the last few months already is Alibaba and Peloton and Tesla. Tesla is another one that I'm going to be watching for a long time. But so far, for me personally, I'm going to be getting into Lemonade. I've been buying sell puts on Lemonade since last week, and I'm going to continue to buy sell puts on Lemonade. Lemonade is a company. It's if you guys don't know, it's an insurance company. It's a innovative insurance company. So they're trying to disrupt the insurance industry, which is, it's a fairly old industry that hasn't seen much, disruption. And Lemonade is trying to do that by basically, I don't know if I can show you the website really quickly. Give me a second. LMND. We can take a look at some of the analysts. Analysts are saying on the high end, it's going to be 159. On the average end, it's going to be 96. On the low end, it's going to be 29. So my time that I would continue to start really buying heavy back into this would be if it dropped under 80 bucks. This is what the website looks like. It's really easy to just sign up, check our prices. You guys can get renter's insurance, pet insurance. Those are some of the insurances that they are trying to target first. I don't know if they added in anything else. Renters, I know pet, term, life insurance. This is new, and homeowners insurance is also new. So they make it really easy, instant everything. You guys can get a claim right online. You guys don't have to even call anybody if you guys don't have to. This is the new lifestyle. This is the new generation of people, the new millennials and Gen Zers. These guys are going to be, they don't want to talk to anybody, right? You don't want to, I don't even like getting phone calls anymore. I hate getting phone calls. I don't even like getting texts. But, whenever you get a phone call, that means you're trying to talk to somebody on someone else's time. But if someone texts you or you text somebody else, it's on your time. So that's just a personal thing. Already insured will help you switch. So they've really ramped up since the last time I did any due diligence on this company. And, they've expanded their product line to homeowners insurance and term life insurance. I've seen a bunch of interviews from them, from the CEO, from the marketing team on some other YouTubers' channels. So personally, one thing that I do like to talk about, and this company is also a a socially responsible investing. They do a lot of charity work as well. So how to give back works. You get a lemonade policy and you select a nonprofit that you care about. Once a year, we tally up the unclaimed money left from you and others who choose your cause, and we give that to unclaimed money up to 40% to the nonprofit that you choose. So they've already given back in, in 2020, they've already given back $1.1 million in 2019. So every single year, they've given back a lot more money. In a regular insurance company, they would probably take this money as profit. So Lemonade does something socially responsible, which is something I give them credit for. And so they're able to make money on top of and be profitable. On top of that, they're also able to give back to charity, something that I do like. All right, next we have Airbnb. I gave you guys my price targets, right? Anything under $80, I'm looking to buy back in. One thing that you guys can also do here is you can do sell puts, and the sell puts on Lemonade, they do give pretty good premiums if you choose next week, so April 9th. So the next one that I would probably do as a strike price is this $80 range, but I would have to wait for mine to close out first. I have one at $90, which is completely fine. I made $300 from this premium. So in actuality, I'm in at a total cost of like $86. So at $86, next week I'll probably write a covered call. This is the option strategy that I'm using is called the wheel strategy. You guys can do it. It's really easy. And, I made a few videos about that. You guys can go back to watch that. But I'll probably do a cover call for next week, make roughly $350 in premiums, somewhere around there. The $300 premium, that's where I'm trying to target everything from my Lemonade here. All right, Airbnb. I'm doing the same thing with Airbnb that I'm doing with Lemonade. Airbnb is a company where, you can do micro-term leasing on a rental property, something I would want to do with my personal property here. So I'm streaming from home right now, and eventually I'm planning to move out from here. I want to turn my home into an Airbnb because it's already furnished. I already have like sofa, TV, and everything. So whenever I move, I'll probably just buy all new stuff and buy new stuff and just rent this place out midterm. If I ever need to come back here for whatever reason, I'll come back here. But Definitely Airbnb this house is probably one of the best options. So getting back to Airbnb, I'm planning to continue doing the wheel strategy on Airbnb, and that's how I'll be purchasing my shares of Airbnb. Airbnb currently sits at $182.50. So my sell put here is at a strike price of $170. Real quick, I'm all over the place right now, but we can take a look at Airbnb. So let's take a look at some of the price targets here. Analysts are saying it could go up to 240. Average price is at 185. So like I said, if it goes below 170, that's when I'll start to buy in really heavy. I like that 170 and less range. On the low end, it's saying $130. If you guys want to take a quick look at the actual website, as the recovery continues, as people start to, want to travel and go places, visit places, Airbnb will start to make more and more revenue in that way. So this is one of the first times that I'm doing a lot more due diligence on this company. I've stayed with Airbnbs for the last like 5 years. Whenever I traveled, when I went to Tokyo, I stayed at an Airbnb. When I went to LA, I stayed at an Airbnb. When I went to New York City, I stayed at an Airbnb. For some reason, Airbnbs are just better than hotels. I don't know why. I think it's because you can just choose to live at whatever price range that you want. That's just me. That's just me personally. So, let's say explore destination. So for anybody that doesn't know, let's say I want to go somewhere on Wednesday. Let's see, man. Let's see. Where do you guys live? Where do you guys live? I want to visit you guys. All right, so right now I'm looking into the chat. Drop it in and I can explore your destination. I think that's a great way to do this. Is that a quarterly payout or a monthly? I'm not really sure. Airbnb is better because they offer a real kitchen. Yeah, I know a lot of people love to make their own food. All right, everybody's dropping something in the chat, man. I forgot. Sometimes I forget you guys are here. All right, I'm gonna pick someplace. Let's go to New York first. All right, let's do New York, and let's just see what we find there. New York is interesting because, people are still afraid of COVID, like the illness. Let's do New York, New York. I want to see if it's like a big discount compared to how it was before. Let's say you want to just stay for like a. All right, let's say you just want to stay for a few days. 2 adults, 1 child. Damn, I might be going somewhere right now. Why is this in? What kind of is this? Is this a Japanese yen? What am I doing here? All right, so this is $111 a night. So I like Airbnb. I personally wouldn't stay at a place like this. This looks like a basement, man. Look at that fridge. This looks like a place that it would be nice to rent out if like you're looking for a low. Man, this guy's making bank if he can rent this place out for $111 a night. Look at that. It's probably creaking all night long, and these piping must be banging all night long. Let me know in the chat if you guys would stay here for $111. I personally would not. Oh man, look at this tile work. That looks like a nightmare. At least it's clean. Looks kind of clean. This is in New York? You're literally staying in like a garage. I mean, this guy is hustling. At least he's hustling, right? 2-bedroom apartment near NYC Sojo parking. NYC. Oh, it has parking. That's good. I want to see 5 nights would be $500. Actually, like it's budget friendly, right? So it is pretty close to all the sites and everything. Let me know if you guys would stay here. You'd have to cross the bridge to get into the city in Manhattan, though. Maybe you would take the ferry. All right, let's get back into the numbers. Let me check if you guys would stay here or not. All right, man. Drop a like if you guys would stay there. I mean, it's all good until a serial killer starts renting out their basement through Airbnb. Alex doing put options. Hilarious, dude. I think if you do put options, man, you might lose some money there. Trying to short Airbnb. In the short term, I think you can make money, but in the long term, I think shorting Airbnb would not be a great idea. Well, one of the best apps to invest in your opinion? I started out with eToro, but I want to try out new places. Robinhood, Webull. If you try Webull, you get 2 free stocks. That's something I like. All right, it doesn't seem like a lot of people would jump into that Airbnb. Don't you think Airbnb is overvalued? I would say Airbnb is a fair value at 180, slightly overvalued. I would say, once this pandemic's over, everybody is going to be renting again and, traveling. I think there's going to be a really big boom once the recovery starts, because everyone's been locked up for so long. Some people have been locked up for a whole year. So I just went to check out a daycare for my daughter, and they said there's some kids that were like 2 years old that never even stepped out of their house until recently as like a 2-year-old. So they've never even seen that many people yet, other than people in their close family. So, that's just like a small scale example, but I do feel like in the future, Airbnb will take over a lot of market cap from even like some REITs. Probably there's probably some REITs that will start to, just have their properties doing Airbnb. I think that's also a possibility there. So we checked that out. We saw some of the fair values. I can show you guys some more examples of what other companies are valuing Airbnb at. Give me a second. Airbnb. All right, so this is a Finbox. I used Finbox for a while. Finbox is giving it a lower valuation, closer to 150 for a fair value. And buying something at fair value, it's all right as long as if you're long on that company and you believe in the future it's going to do better. Buying it at 150 is not, you're not getting the best deal, but you're getting a fair deal. Similar to like if you went to a car dealership and there wasn't really any great, if you were just trying to buy like a Honda Civic and you can get it for a few $1,000s. Same thing, right? You're not going to overpay, and you're not going to feel that bad if you didn't overpay and it does well. All right, what's the last one? Facebook. Facebook is the last one here. Facebook has probably the best financials out of all the companies that I just showed you guys. So in the last, going back to 2013, every year they've just been this massive growth every single year. And right now the growth is starting to slow down. So the growth is maybe, in the 20 percentile range, which is still pretty impressive if you're making 70 billion, 80, almost $90 billion every single year. Facebook, they have Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Oculus, just to name a few of their assets, a few of their businesses. It is, if you were able to buy this last year in March, you're up over 100% on your investment already. But I would not go heavy into Facebook right now. I would slowly buy into this company. If I had to pick one company out of these 3, Facebook is still would be my go-to. 5 to 10 years down the line, this could maybe even double in price. But this is going to be a slow grower, in my opinion. It's not going to be, a 10xer. And I know a lot of you guys out there, you're looking for the next 10x company where you just want that growth. And good luck finding it, man. Because you would have to do a lot more riskier stuff to get 10x investment. Thank you for the super chat. Hello, what did you say? Hello, what are the odds of Patrick Bateman in New York City? 100%. Especially if they work on Wall Street. 100% there is one. All right, Fu is asking what platform am I using? So I'm currently using, this is called Webull, right? If you go into the links in the description and you want to sign up for this brokerage, this is the desktop version, and I recommend everybody try this out. It might be confusing at first, but after I use it for a few weeks, like, this is awesome, man. This is an awesome brokerage with like great tools, great for beginners. Even more advanced people could also use this as well. Just these top tabs here, you can go financials, analysis, order flow. You guys can go through the entire stuff, and yeah, everything's all in one place. So that is my thoughts on these top three. All right, I'm gonna leave this here for anybody that just pops their head into this live stream. You guys can definitely check that out. My top three stocks. So it's not numbered in my favorites. So personally, the best deal right now, I would say, is Lemonade. Fair value is going to be Airbnb, and the long-term growth, long-term play is going to be Facebook. That's how I would rate these three. And I could do a deeper dive into these, but that's just my thoughts off the top of my head. I invested on AMC, GME, HCMC. It's like 100% down right now, man. Give me hope. So, you seem like a YOLO type of investor. AMC, if you hold that for the long term, I think it'll be all right. When it comes to GME, dude, you're gonna have a tough time, dude. GME was a YOLO play. You knew what you were doing when you went in, all right? I don't want to beat a dead horse with this, but GME is sitting at $181. Pretty good. If you're up big, take some profits. If not, you might have to hold this through. Completely up to you, man. Completely up to you. Some of the other companies that you mentioned, HCMC, I have no idea what that is. Yeah, I would not panic. I would continue to, probably increase my salary, increase your income every single month, and invest more into, maybe some of these companies that I'm talking about. Do your research on those. If you're really doing bad, maybe just invest in a VOO, like a index fund, ETF style. All right, so let's go over some current topics that will affect, right? These things will potentially affect your portfolio. All right, so just keep an eye on this, right? So the Suez Canal debacle. So maybe I can do this better with pictures, right? So it's currently free. All right, so that's good news for everybody here. Man, look, Google's even making fun of this event with these emojis popping through. So ship stuck in the Suez Canal is set free. You guys might have seen this in the news. This region is right next to Egypt. I never even knew this was a thing until recently, but yes, this container truck supposedly is almost the same size as the Empire State Building. So that's a fun fact. Let's take a look. So this massive container ship that ran aground last week in the Suez Canal, cut off traffic for nearly a week, has been successfully set free, according to the canal authorities. Canal services provider says that the vessel has been refloated after a flotilla of tugboats managed to ring the bow of the Ever Given from the back of the crucial waterway where it had been stuck since last Tuesday. The ship is on its way to Great Bitter Lake, a transit near the agent of Suez Canal, where it will undergo the technical inspection. So supposedly this is a human error. I don't even know how you would mess this up yourself. Like, there's literally no place to go other than like forward. This captain must have just like taken a right or maybe fell asleep. Who knows, man? The effect of the grounding are by no means over. A container ship firm says the disruption could take weeks and even months to clear. Um, even when the canal gets reopened, the ripple effects on the global capacity of equipment are significant. The world's largest container shipping company, which has 3 vessels stuck in the canal, and 29 more are waiting to enter, are rerouting 15 vessels to sail around South Africa. So I think the best way to go about this is to look at like a overview, like a aerial view of what is going on here. All right, so this is what the ship looks like when it's stuck, but you have to see the images of all the other ships that are stuck. This is a picture of the Suez Canal. So here's the Suez Canal, right? And basically everybody has to go all the way around rather than going through here. And there's just a backlog of container ships just stuck. And, you know, some people are saying the gas prices are going to go up. The shipping prices of everything's going to go up. But, you know, we have insurance for stuff like that. So hopefully they don't jack up prices on all of our goods going back and forth. So that might be one of the reasons why our portfolio was having such a rocky week in the last week. Possibly, right? Possibly. Let's take a look at this one. Archegos implosion. So this one is pretty epic as well, right? So this is a hedge fund, and basically they made a bunch of big bets on tech stocks and growth stocks over the last year. And basically, you know, they start to trade on margin, and because of the volatility over the last few weeks, these guys basically were over leveraged. They got margin called, and they had to liquidate a lot of their portfolios. You know, a lot of the companies that they owned. Let's see, Archegos, a biblical word that means prince, led to the tumble of Viacom, Discovery, and a Chinese internet stock after margin called. I think it's Baidu. Hedge fund manager Bill Huang formerly ran Tiger Asian Management, a spinoff from hedge fund legend Julian Roberts' Tiger Management. Financials weighs on futures. The drop in the bank stock is weighing on a stock index futures, which points to a lower open on Wall Street. So when did this come out? This came out 7 a.m. So my portfolio actually did pretty well today. It's up almost 1%. How's your guys' portfolios doing? Drop it in the channel here, and we can go over that. So, you know, why is this important? These guys actually controlled a big fund. I think it was like over $20 billion. Billion with a B. Credit Suisse warns on profits. So shares are down 10% in Swiss trading after the company said that it was forced to exit positions after the Archegos Capital fire sale. So whenever there's a fire sale, I think we have to take a look at some of these companies now. All right. So let's even just take a quick look at Viacom. Let's see if Viacom might be a potential pickup. Look at this. So I'm going to take a quick look at this. This might be a potential buy here. Because we are, like, personally, myself, I'm a patient person. And if these guys did not have to sell because, you know, the company was doing bad or the company was, you know, did something wrong, these guys sold because of their own mistake. So this is a fire sale. They had to liquidate a big position, right? Probably billions of dollars worth of this position, and now it's sitting at $45. You know, if we take a look at the analytics on the high end, Viacom could be worth 120. Average end, it could be worth at 56. So, you know, I have to take a look at the numbers, but this might be a potential buy just because it was liquidated so heavily. The last time you could purchase Viacom at the $45 range was in January, right? So it's possible that this one hedge fund, may pump this stock up this high, but who knows? Let's take a look at the other company that. So this is why it's important, right? That we stay on top of news like this, because we could potentially find a ripple effect into the entire stock market, find some companies that become undervalued because of this one hedge fund's mistake. So, Discovery is a company that, I'm not really a big fan of, but Discovery. Hopefully this is the correct one, right? DISCA. All right, so same situation here. Just a few days ago, right, March 22nd, this was in the all-time high, 79, and now the price got cut in half. It's basically $41. The last time this was sitting at $41 was at the beginning of the year in January. So this is another company that I'm going to be adding to my watch list, just so I could do a little bit more due diligence on it. It might be a great time to pick this company up. Discovery. This is Discovery. It's a network. I personally don't watch anything on here. If you guys see something, let me know if you guys know anything here. Sometimes I watch the Food Network, but that's mainly because my wife watches it. HGTV, I watch that every now and then for the Property Brothers. Those guys are pretty funny. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to be investing into some of these companies? It might be worth a look, man. It might be worth a look. The last one was a Chinese company. I think it was Baidu. Let's take a look at the charts here. So, Baidu dropped since last month from $354 all the way down to $200. So let's take a look at some of the financials. It's a Chinese company. Chinese companies are getting hit pretty hard because of government regulations. A lot of them are gonna fear of getting delisted. On top of that, Chinese government regulation, people are afraid of that. What else? Baidu is an internet company, a tech growth company, so that might be another reason. There's a big tech sell-off, big growth company sell-off. So this is a company I'm going to add on the watch list as well to check out. I'm not really interested in adding more into the Chinese companies just because I have so much Alibaba. Man. It's almost 15% of my portfolio. All right, man. We got 374 people in here. Thank you guys for being here with me. I just ran through maybe 6 different stocks in this one video, and I think a lot of them are pretty good to look at, especially the ones that are on fire sale. So these ones that are on a fire sale, it might be a better time to look at them a lot faster. But the ones that I showed in the top 3 here, they're going to be pretty good overall. But the fire sale ones, you might be able to find a better deal when you take a look at that. Let's see, what's up, chat? So we can field some questions here. I'll be live for a little bit while longer. I'm liking this new setup, this new segment-based one, because man, I can go off a lot faster. But right now, let's if you guys have any questions. Let's see. I'm holding Baba as well. Definitely Baba. I still think it's undervalued, and I'm also holding Alibaba. If you guys want to take a look at my position, I've recently added on a little bit onto my Alibaba, not too much. So currently, this is my position. I own 155 shares. I'm looking to get up to 200 shares, and this is almost $40,000, and I'm down 8%. I'm looking for ownership. All right, I don't really care about the price. In the short term, the price is going to fluctuate a lot, but I believe in ownership of the company. Ownership is where you're going to develop most of your wealth. You're not going to get rich by not owning anything, right? If you own your house that you live in, you're not going to have to pay rent to a bank. If you own some stocks that pay you dividends, you're basically making your money work for you. Facebook is definitely a big long-term play. It's not the best deal right now, but definitely long-term play. Bruce, how long have you been investing for? So I've been investing since 2016, right? That's when I started investing in rental properties. That's when I first got my first rental property, all right? 2016, 2017. 2017, I started investing in cryptocurrency. That's where you're going to see, my portfolio here on BlockFi. This is a small portion of my cryptocurrency portfolio. I can show you guys a quick update. So I went from real estate to cryptocurrency. After the cryptocurrency bubble burst, I went into stock market, into dividend companies, and now we're going back around, right? I basically made full circle. I'm looking to buy another rental property. I'm looking to invest more into cryptocurrency, and this is just where life has taken me, guys. This is the first time though that I'm seeing like a passive income from my crypto. I'm seeing roughly $10 a day for this owning Bitcoin and just having it in this interest account. BlockFi is pretty good so far. Links in the pinned to the comment if you guys want to check that out and try it out for yourself. How do I feel about the real estate sector? When it comes to REITs, I feel like it's going to be one of the easiest ways to get into real estate. When it comes into like doing it yourself, and within my region, it's pretty expensive right now. So, I don't think it's a bubble or anything like that. I just believe that just current market conditions are making the price of real estate go up, right? Government's printing money with the stimmy, 1.9 trillion going back into the market. Where is it going to go? It's going to go into, people conducting business, buying stuff, buying rental, buying real estate, buying stocks. So a lot of stuff, inflation is going to go up a little bit. Interest rates are low, really easy to borrow money. So those are some of the reasons why real estate prices are continuing to go up. Just try to find the best deal that you can and hold long term, and you guys should be good if you guys are going to try to get into real estate. I've been doing my real estate investing for about 3 years now. Next month I have to, next month I'm passing off everything to a property manager. So, there's a big load off of my shoulders, and now I can do more YouTube's content type stuff. I've been making one live stream a day for the last basically month, and things have been doing pretty good. I haven't been making as much money as I was in January on YouTube, but definitely still making more than enough. Bruce, what do you think about 3D printing stocks? So I do have a 3D printing stock, which is XONE. I can show you guys here in my account, and that's not XONE. This is XONE. And this is the only 3D printing stock that I own. Right. Check them out. Check them out if you like. It's not the greatest investment that I've made, because I bought them when they were a bit overvalued. Yes, I do that every now and then. I don't make every call correct, and currently I'm down a decent amount. I'm down about 4,000 on this. So this is my worst position right now. But still, it's better to get in now than when I first got in. That's just my thoughts there. So if you guys have any questions about today's live stream, drop them into the chat, and I can definitely go over them. Pfizer looks like a good dividend stock. 100% Pfizer is one of the best dividend stocks that I do own. I own a few $1,000s worth, and I've been holding them for like the last 2 years. Especially with the vaccine coming out, everyone's trying to either get the Moderna vaccine or the Pfizer vaccine. Johnson & Johnson, they have one, but I don't think it's as popular. Everyone's getting vaccinated right now. They don't care at what cost. They don't care like what could happen, but everybody wants one. Personally, I'm a little bit hesitant to get one, but I think eventually that I will get one. Can I talk about Tesla, please? So, man, I've been going so heavy into Tesla over the last few weeks, just because, when I saw Tesla at $800, almost $900, I was like, man, I really missed the boat on that one. If it ever drops, I'm gonna not miss this opportunity to get back in. And that's exactly what I'm doing. My plan here is whenever it drops 5% or so, I'll start to make a purchase. This could easily still go down to maybe even $400, guys. So be really careful of jumping into Tesla. Tech stocks and growth stocks are still not clear, right? They could still continue to go down in price. Volatility is still there, so I'll just be really careful if you guys going to be jumping heavy into growth stocks and tech stocks like I am. Thank you for the dono, man. Bruce, what do you think is the best stock to invest in besides the ones that you mentioned? I'm not a great stock picker, guys. I'm definitely not a great stock picker. Most of my portfolio is still in companies like VOO. So if you are, really hesitant and you guys don't know what to buy and you guys want to just be invested in the stock market, VOO is probably going to be your best case scenario. There's a lot of investors that are in the FIRE community, financially independent, retire early, that just invest in this one ETF, the VOO. When Warren Buffett dies, he said that he wants all of his investments to go into a index fund that tracks the S&P 500. This is basically it. So when Warren Buffett dies, right, he wants all of his wealth to go into the VOO, and so his wife, his children will be set. They'll just be living off of the dividends that this kicks out. I think this has a dividend of like 1.5 or less than 2%, something like that. But over time, the S&P 500 goes up like 6-7% on average every single year. I mean, on average, it goes up 6 to 7%. So if you're worried about, individual stock picking, that's where you want to start investing. If not, you can go for Tesla. Tesla is, I believe, in the future will be worth at least $600, right? At least. On the high end, Kathy Woods is saying that it's going to be worth $3,000. I don't know if it's going to be worth $3,000, but I am pretty bullish on Tesla still. I'm looking for it to drop more so I can invest more. Right? That's what I truly want. And if you guys caught any of my other live streams, I said that if you own about 1,000 shares of Tesla right now, you can easily retire. Through the ownership of Tesla, owning 1,000 shares and running the wheel strategy. So I talk about this a few times already. So let's say if you owned 1,000 shares of Tesla right now and you run the wheel strategy and you want to sell some calls here and you're trying to be really conservative. Let's say you want to do 1 month out. So every single month you write calls on Tesla, and you go out maybe 10 at 700. Let's say $700. You can just write 2 calls here. You can write 2 contracts, and that's $5,000. You can definitely live off $5,000 every single month, right? And Tesla's been very volatile, so you guys have really good premiums. That's just my plan. That's what I'm planning to do. And before I get to 1,000, I definitely need to get to 100 shares. Tesla would be at 1K, but I hope it drops so I can get in. Definitely, that's what a lot of people don't want that to happen right away, just because a lot of people are really invested into Tesla right now, so they don't want their investment to go down any further. So that's what I believe is happening as well. We have Saul with another super chat. Nvidia is one I'm personally averaging about 465, and I can't wait till it goes back up to 600. So anybody that is brand new to the markets, and like you guys in the past, week or two bought into a tech stock or growth stock, most likely you're going to be down a little bit. So one thing Saul is doing and one thing that I'm doing myself is I'm averaging into a lot of these companies. So if they're down, I'm still buying when they're down. If they're going to go down further, I'm going to be buying a little bit as they continue to go down, because eventually I'm long on like for Tesla, I'm still long. I'm thinking it's going to go up to 700 eventually. It's going to go back up to 800 eventually. It could take a year from now, but still worth it to me. So I'm trying to accumulate as many shares as possible. I don't really care about the price in the short term, but if it continues to drop down, I'll be buying more. And I think everybody should have that type of mentality where you want ownership of the company, and not so much about the quoted price of every single day. It is nice to talk about it. It is nice to get in as low as possible. But I think if you bought as much Tesla as you can today, 10, 20 years down the line, you'll be thanking yourself that you did and you didn't sell. Space stocks are going to go nuts tomorrow. I think in the long term, space stocks are not going to do that well. Other than maybe Starlink, unless like the government could weaponize like space companies. I think that might be the only reason why. I know China and Russia, they're doing really big advances in space technology, so that's something you guys might want to look at as well. America, not so much. Only SpaceX, only Elon Musk, or Blue Origin by Jeff Bezos. That's pretty popular as well. I need to do some more research into that. All right, guys, 400 people in here. Welcome to the live stream. I'm going over some Q&As right now. If you guys are interested, definitely drop a question into the chat, and I'm going over everything. If you guys are, brand new, don't forget to subscribe. I have a lot of freebies, free crypto, free stocks. Just check them out in the links in the description. Bruce Wang to the moon. Thank you, man. We all want to go to the moon. I used to think it was going to be on a GME spaceship, but right now I don't believe that is the case. I don't believe that's the case. What do I think about Ford? Ford is all right. I'm going to wait for them to come out with their own EV vehicle, and I think that might be a game changer for them if they could steal some market share away from Tesla. Kathy Wood Space ETF is tomorrow. That's why it'll pump. I think I would not jump into that right away. So just be careful with that. Johnny Tran is asking about my Peloton investments. I'm heavily invested into Peloton as well. Over $12,000, $13,000 invested. Average cost is sitting at 114, so I'm currently down on my position. And this is a company that most likely I'll try to get up to 200 shares and, reevaluate my position when I get there. Man, I really hate this background for this live stream. I need to put something back there because I'm like my face is the same color as the wall. So I look like I'm a part of the wall. Horrible. I do not own any CCIV. CCIV is I'm not a fan of CCIV, man. Not even one car on the road yet. What do I think about Palantir? Palantir, I would personally sell some puts on Palantir. Selling puts on Palantir is probably a good idea. They have pretty good premiums because of the volatility. Is Tesla good for Roth IRA? I have some Tesla in my Roth IRA through the S&P 500. Would I put Tesla itself? Yeah, I would. Thoughts on UV stocks? I do not know what a UV stock is. Can you elaborate? How much did you invest and when did you start on the stock market? I started investing in the stock market at the end of 2018. So at the end of 2018, I started investing into this portfolio and into my Roth IRA. I would put about $100 a day. $100 a week, because I knew nothing, right, about investing in the stock market. So as I learned more about the different type of stocks, learned more what to invest in, as I got more confident, I started to invest a little bit more every single week. So it went from like $100 a week to $200 a week. As I started making more money from my real estate, as I started making more money from my regular job and from my side hustles, I started to put more money in. So now I'm putting in roughly like 1,000 a week, maybe 2,000 a week if like some of my positions are down a lot. So that's how I'm able to invest now. Currently, if I add up all my portfolios together, it should be worth, right now I need to update this for the Discord, but definitely it's worth a little bit more than 260,000 right now. It's probably closer to 270,000. So, $250,000 in about 2 years. I'm pretty happy with that. $250,000 in 2 years. If I could have done a lot. I made a lot of mistakes, guys, doing this. All right. And this is giving me $5,000 worth of $5,343 worth of dividends every single year. So all this goes back into the portfolio. So at least if this portfolio, stays flat for the entire year, I'm still make income from it. I'll still make income from it, and I'll still be able to, reinvest into it. So, this is the American dream. I believe this is the American dream. If I can get this to 1 million to 2 million, I don't have to work anymore. I could just live off of my portfolio for the rest of my life. And I think everybody wants to do the same thing, right? Everybody wants to provide for their family. Everybody wants to, buy back their time. Everybody wants to, not work as much. And if you have your money working for you from your stock portfolio, from your real estate portfolio, that is the dream. That is what everybody wants. And, I think that's why my channel is like blowing up over the last year, because everybody wants to see it happen, wants to see how it could happen for them. Because, I didn't know everything when I first started. I made a lot of mistakes when I first started. And, you guys can definitely learn from my mistakes. Like I'm transparent as possible. Like I'm not gonna, like, I give you guys as much information as I can, but I can't spoon feed you like exactly what to do, right? Right? I give you as much information as I can, and you guys can do whatever you want with that information. Not everything that I say is 100% correct. So you guys have to do your own due diligence as well, right? I could have done a lot more riskier stuff with this portfolio. I could have just, threw all of this into Tesla, right? I could have just threw $100,000 into Tesla when it was at like $200. I would have made even more money, right? I would have made maybe twice as much money as I've made. But, none of us can predict the future. We can only make the best decisions that we can right now. No problem, man. Cover calls, they're pretty easy. They're complicated in the beginning, but once you understand every little term and what happens when, the stock price moves up and down, that's when you get to really understand, really get to play around with it, and really get a deep understanding of it. Man, we got Peru Invest back in the chat. Welcome. Peru Invest, man. Welcome back, dude. Hey, Bruce, what are your thoughts on the vaccine? Personally, I like that, there's a vaccine. Like we all wanted a vaccine, right? A lot of people, there's a really small population of the people that can't take the vaccine because it's derived off of the flu vaccine. Like my brother, he has like a rare condition that if he takes the flu vaccine, that it's called a Guillain-Barré disease, which is like it makes your body completely paralyzed, and it's like your immune system fights itself. So for a small portion of the population, they're not going to be able to take the vaccine because of this rare disease. But I still think everybody should try to get it if they can. I don't think I'm eligible right now. I think only older people or people with a condition can take it. you know, I just want the world to go back to normal so we can just do regular stuff again. So I think everyone should take it if they can. All right, so let's reset the room really quickly. We've been going live for an hour. I can drop the top 3 stocks right there. We got Lemonade, Airbnb, and Facebook. Good. I think you know, a lot of the narrative in these 3 companies are still good, especially with Lemonade. Facebook is still a growth company, even though I think within a few years it might not be a growth company anymore. Airbnb is fair value at the moment. Lemonade, if it drops below 80, I think it's better than fair value. Facebook is a long-term play. So it's a little bit of everything for everybody, depending on your risk tolerance. All right, guys. So that is going to be it for this live stream. I appreciate it. 420. What a great number of people in here. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. We'll be back tomorrow with another live stream. We're going to be going strong, guys. We're going to be doing live streams every single day until the end of the month, and then I'll be going back to my regular type of videos, and I'll be maybe live streaming a little bit less, just to see what the algorithm wants to do, because you know, I want more likes, I want more subscribers, I want more viewership. It would be great. All right, see you guys. Thanks for being here with me. I really appreciate it.